All right, everyone, here we go with a Friday reading. One card for each sign, no clarifiers. We ask what your person's thinking and feeling. All right, we'll take a exploded all signs reading of the soulmate cycle here. Everything matters. There's text at the top of the description to explain to new folks why there's no timestamps here. It's primarily because you're all part of a cycle. You're all stuck in a room together. So pay attention to everything that falls on the table. I'm not your astrologer. I'm your energy reader. There's a big difference. That said, I have not done a pre-shuffle for this particular Friday reading, but randomly at the bottom of the Light Seer deck we're going to use is a Knight of Cups. That doesn't surprise me. With that full moon, hopefully you watched that reading I pulled the other day. I'll tell you what, leaps of faith are easier under that energy. And it's in part, I don't want to convolute the readings, right? But it's in part because that full moon aligns with the nodes of destiny. The South Node in particular, which is sort of our course correction, if you will. All right, repointing kind of going on there. But it allows, there's a lot of destiny in play with that. So that reading, very powerful. Let's see what they're thinking and feeling here. Give the deck a shuffle. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. Okay, that's it. I'm done shuffling. Tomorrow in the weekly reading, I ask what actions they're likely to take. Today, of course, what they're thinking and feeling. It's Queen of Wands. I can't tell if it's a fakey McFakerman energy or an attraction energy or both. I don't know. I'm going to see what's fueling this, the overall energy. Yeah, the Five of Swords is both. Is someone trying to, I wish I could just forget them. No, you can't because they're right there. Right? Oh, I wish I could find a way to get around this. Oh my God, but there's so much attraction here. And we're coming up on a week where Venus is moving into Cancer, and I've been talking about that amping up everybody's attraction level here, especially the non-runner, the DF side. Very, very strong. Yep, it even came up here. So what are they thinking and feeling? Our story starts with Aries, ends with Pisces. Really, it's just number 1 through number 12. Think of it as a pie cut into 12 slices. That's all. Let's see what the first slice tells us. Thinking and feeling in the number 1 position, which you can call Aries if you want. Magician. Yeah. It's a quick change energy. It's someone here who's going back and forth. It's what I showed you here. Sort of a back and forth. Oh, they're so awesome. Oh, but I wish I could, oh, but they're so awesome. Oh, but I wish I could eat it. It's like that. It's a back and forth kind of thing. It's a quick change energy, but it keeps flip-flopping. So this card's spinning. If you want to, I don't have animation here, but I'll animate it for you. That's what the energy's doing. All right? So that's fine. That's where we're starting, what they're thinking and feeling. Either way, it's strong attraction. They can try and deny it if they want to, but I don't think they're going to have much luck with that. Number 2 position, something could happen here. I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow in the weekly reading what actions they're likely to take. What they're thinking and feeling is that you would be different. You would change their life, possibly. But then, people don't like change, do they? Change is hard. Sometimes it involves admitting you were wrong. And, any kind of lower vibrational person will not admit they're wrong under any circumstances. Taurus, 2nd position. Yeah, the Emperor. It's an energy of stubbornness. It's an energy of control. It's an energy of somebody feeling the connection, but busy just sitting on their papa's chair watching the ball game, kind of a thing. Trying to distract themselves a little bit. Usually, the Emperor is a good card to get in a tarot reading, right? It is. But when you're pulling on the soulmate cycle, this particular soulmate cycle, it tends to come up as either a Burger King, an out-of-balance Emperor, got to have it their way, right? King of Wands. Or just this sort of stubborn energy. Somebody trying to convince themselves, again, like I showed you here, somebody trying to convince themselves that they're all set, but they're really not. It's complete bullshit. It's short-sightedness. All right, number 3, thinking and feeling. Gemini, 10 of Wands. This person's under a lot of pressure. They'd love to leave something. Yeah, the picture's pretty accurate. They'd love to do that. Walk away from what they got, take all this stuff, pack it on a little calf here, and take off. There's a lot of pressure here. That's all I get. Somebody here is feeling the attraction. Yeah, it's a little bit of both. It's attraction and fakey McFakerman. putting up a wall of pretense, but somebody here, there's a lot of pressure on, somebody's putting a lot of pressure on themselves to leave, and there's external pressure to stay in something or keep their life the same or change their life if they're single and by themselves. But I get somebody here in a situation usually in this particular position. So yeah, you're heavy on their mind. Can I phrase it that way? Yeah, you are. There's a lot of flip-flop though. Again, remember this magician is spinning. Okay? Cancer, let's see what happens here. It's bookending my spinning magician, which I'll just kick sideways for purposes so you understand that it's not reversed, it's not upright, it's round and round. Right here, the hot spot of the connection cycle. Everybody's an honorary Cancerian in this cycle. All right, let's see. 3 of Wands, yeah. Yeah, well, that's what I said here, you know. Again, they got their eye on only this connection, right? Looking at that, but she's not sure if she should go in the water or not. They're very attracted to it. I even got a color match on the cards here. Thinking and feeling. Again, it's that energy of you'd be different. You'd be something else. Oh, wouldn't it be nice, right? Like the Beach Boys song, wouldn't it be nice, right? It's a little of that. I actually hear the intro of that song ringing in my head as I look at this, probably because she's a surfer, so the universe throws me Beach Boys. But at the end of the day here, yeah, you'd be different, but normally that wouldn't be a problem, but it is a problem for these runners. It really is in this particular cycle. Okay, well, that's encouraging. Somebody might make a move soon. We'll see what happens in the weekly reading. I don't know. Cancer's had some pretty powerful readings. Your monthly reading, Jesus, the showstopper of the lot for sure. Leo, the Leo soap opera, which I recently pulled on. Here we go again. Jesus, wasn't this your energy in the pre-shuffle or something? It's the King of Pentacles. It's that same energy I got from that reading. I think it was that, or was it not that? Am I thinking of A Cure for Cancer? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Somebody here is, there's a ton, it's feedbacking off this 10 of Wands with Fakey McFakerman. Again, this person can pretend that everything is great all they want. They know that the real stability would be with something that they have more love for. Okay? There's an energy of discontent coming off the King of Pentacles. Whatever that means to you, apply it. Okay? And perhaps they're married, but they're, and they're pretending that, as we often get in the Leo soap opera, that everything's great. They're just being short-sighted. That's all. Okay. This doesn't surprise me one bit. What they're thinking and feeling anyway. Virgo. 2 of Pentacles. This is your energy attached to this. It often is in the Virgo position. You're going to have a choice to make soon, and I encourage you not to dilly-dally on it. I'm not clarifying, but I bet if I did, I'd get an 8 of Swords crossing this. Okay? I bet if I did. Something like that. Do not dilly-dally. Make your decisions. Don't, and I tell you this a lot, and I think I said it in your monthly reading, you don't have to overthink things. You don't have to overanalyze things. The energy's moving too fast for that. Okay? All right. If it feels good, assume it is good. Apply a little bit of logic. Something here, there's something coming towards you. All right? I almost get the impression I should tell you to pay attention to a singles read I did the other day. So I would definitely pay attention to that. And this generally applies to anyone watching because I'm pulling on the cycle now. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, in position number, 7? Libra. High Priestess. Everything this person has pushed back about you is flowing to the surface. And they're trying to push it back down, but they can't. Okay, that's what I get. It's, again, another card red with the 10 of Wands. This is a very strong energy here. It's a bit of 10 of Wands, 3 of Wands kind of energy here. Somebody can't push it back down. They're feeling you on a high level. Stuff that they, again, pushed back is coming up to the surface. I wish I could clarify this. I know I'd get a 3 of Swords if I did, or something like it. So it could result in communication. Again, another position. We have to see what happens in tomorrow's weekly reading when we ask what actions they're likely to take. Or maybe when the universe adds it all up at the end, we'll get some info on that. Scorpio. My hot Scorpios. 7 of Cups. Are you picking up a trend here? Okay. On the table. Have you been watching the readings that have led up to this? Yeah, there's a bit of apprehension here. There is. Just look at the person. Never mind that it's making a choice. Pick the red one, asshole. They know which one to pick. But there's apprehension about it. Just pay attention to the person, because that's the only energy that's reflecting. Scorpio. Somebody's thinking about you a lot. Feeling you a lot. Knows it would be great, but it'd be easy to come towards you, but it'd be great to pick something else. But I don't think they can. And I think this energy knows that. There isn't a something else that's going to be as good anyway. All right. It's an energy that's attached to you. This can also be someone you've had a problem with, that you have in your life, that you have a soul connection with, you might be unaware of. Okay, it doesn't matter. It can reflect as that too. They might want to make amends if that's the case. All right. All right. All right, here we go. Choices are being made, though. This is feedbacking off 3 of Wands and 10 of Wands again. These are 2 very important cards here. All right, Sagittarius. There's my Knight of Cups. It was at the bottom of the deck when I picked it up. I showed it to you. It's right there. Knight of Cups. I hope I didn't say Knight of Wands. If I did, it's a fast-moving Knight of Cups. It's a Freudian slip. But I almost wanted to call it Knight of Wands, because it feels very fast. There's an offer coming towards you. Could be business, could be a soulmate. Either way, it's something that has to do with your soul's true purpose. It's brought to you by the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, I will tell you that, because of the North Node alignment. And, the South Node alignment that's happening with that moon, okay? I wish I could clarify. Someone's putting it together. Thinking about making you an offer, putting something together for you. It can be a love, it can be business. It could go either way in this position here, in this Sagittarius position. We'll see what happens tomorrow when I pull on what actions are likely to be taken. What's here? Capricorn. The world. This is very strange. It's a bit dramatic to say this, but I'm going to be dramatic, okay? Somebody's world has come crashing down. Somebody like woke up, right? Someone who's attached to you woke up and nothing feels right, okay, in their world. They feel like they don't even belong in their world anymore. This is talking about a cycle that's changed or changing or trying to change. This is already changed, the way I get this energy. So, that said, somebody can no longer sit in the Papazon chair and wait for things to happen. They got to go make them happen, and they know this. It could be somebody who changed their opinion about you, that's thinking about you a lot. It could also be somebody that's changed their mind about whether or not to reach out, and that can go either way. All right, we'll see what happens. Pay attention to your monthly reading I gave you, and pay attention to what happens tomorrow and to what actions they're likely to take weekly reading, where we do clarify. I don't see this as a bad thing. I don't. Let them sit in it. Let them feel out of place in their world. And when it implies that when they think about you, they feel okay, right? Well, I got that song from the 80s ringing in my head. I don't know why the universe gave me this one. When I think about you, I touch myself. Okay, I don't know. I don't remember who sang it, but either way, it's ringing in my head right now. So it's not a bad thing, per se. Wow, it's weird. Aquarius. Universe is in a weird mood today. 8 of Cups. Jesus. There's an energy attached to you. I think this is an old soulmate from a while back. Maybe your original runner. Feels like you're already gone, right? It feels like to them you're already gone. I wish I could clarify that, because I think this actually feels like an 8 of Cups reversed to me, which always means somebody who walked away coming back. They might want to try again, I don't know. But the energy, it feels like you're way up the path and they don't even think they could catch up to you, kind of a thing. Maybe. We'll see. Again, pay attention to your monthly reading, and we'll see what happens here tomorrow. Pisces. We start with a spinning magician. The end is always tied to the beginning when we pull on a cycle. And you're also welded to position 5, the Leo position. Okay? So that said, by default, whatever this card is red with King of Pentacles and a spinning magician, and whatever else it feedbacks off of, which I can already tell is the 10 of Wands. 8 Swords. Yeah, I could already tell that pressure was here. There it is. The 8 of Swords. Somebody's going round and round and round and round and round about you. Round and round. Should have Should have picked Pisces is the message that comes in. Should have done this, should have done that. It's an energy because of this spinning magician and this King of Pentacles and this Ten of Wands, which I said was attached to it. I knew it before I pulled it. Somebody here, it's a whole lot of woulda, coulda, shoulda. Somebody's beating themselves up over you when they think about you. It hurts to think about you. Drives them crazy, you know? Drives them crazy. It's sort of like I feel the energy the way I feel things when somebody sets off and fries my logic receptors, right? When they're just like, you know, it's like when you just are, somebody just not seeing the logic right and it just frustrates you to hell. It's like, what are they talking about? Why? I've made myself clear. It's like that. It's somebody just going crazy over you, beating themselves up a little bit. They didn't follow the proper logic in coming towards you. They didn't do the right thing. Yep, really overthinking it too, big time. It's creating a massive burden which should bring them right to you with the Ten of Wands, which resets to an Ace of Wands. So, you know, again, it's that energy of somebody you probably think is long gone showing up. It's still there. They're in the Eight of Swords stage right now. I think once Venus hits Cancer and that full moon energy really sets in, that with that eclipse, post-eclipse, right? Yeah, I think this would probably, if I was going to clarify, probably lead to a Fool card, I would guess. Something along those lines. Somebody just takes a shot, because this is driving them crazy. All right, and that applies to everybody's person, I think. I pick up that a lot. I said it when I pulled the Seven of Cups, right? That apprehension. You saw it in the overall energy with that Queen of Wands, which is both Fakey McFakerman and attraction energy, fueled by that Five of Swords that was underneath it. You know, there's a lot of, maybe a little bit of anxiety here, but it mostly feels like apprehension to me. Now, I got the Witches, and we're going to have the universe add everything up here. Add it all up, all of it, with 3 cards and a bottom card, and we'll sum it up. What's the runner thinking and feeling right now? The incoming energy. Give me the thinking and feeling, 3 cards and a bottom card. Add all this up for me, universe. Let's do it. Come on. Give it to me. Let's go. Let's go. Bottom card, yeah. What did I say? I said so many times. I said it here. I said I think I'd see a Fool if I clarified. Yeah, I feel it. He knows which one to pick. It's the Chariot. It's the soulmate cycle. This card represents the soulmate cycle for me in my reading. And the universe gave this to me for a reason, right? The soulmate cycle is sponsored by Cancerian energy, which is tough for a lot of people to process. It depends on their energetic makeup, whether or not Cancerian energy is something, you know, if they're not a real touchy-feely person, or in touch with their emotions or empathic in some way, it's tricky. It's a tricky soulmate cycle for them. Yeah, the environmental energy is urging them to go, to come toward the connection, basically, with great speed and determination. And by the way, it's not generally a meaning of the card, but it is tied a little bit to this Ten of Wands, which was very dominant energy here on the table. There's a little bit of guilt here. And whatever that means to you, you'll have to apply it, right? I'm just saying it because it's there. It's a little bit, a tiny little bit. Like about the amount of vanilla you would put in a cookie dough, right? Like a teaspoon. Big pile of cookie dough, a little teaspoon vanilla. It's a little teaspoon of guilt here, all right? Where are we going? 3 cards. I said, right? Didn't I say somewhere I know if I clarified I'd see a 3 of Swords or something like that? I don't remember which one it was. There it is. There's your 3 of Swords. Oh, there's a lot of that here. That's become very powerful. What's the center card? Crossed by the Chariot. Yeah, the 5 of Cups. Yeah, look at her. Look at her. I know we had to draw a top on her so we don't get 18 plus, right? I liked her little, I liked seeing her little titties, I did. But at the end of the day, it's 5 cups. Look around in the background, because that's what's reflecting. That's where the energy is coming from right now. Look at what's going on, and look at that, and feel that. Feel those 3 swords, and you could feel your person right there. It's crossed by the Chariot. I said there's some guilt. Didn't I say a teaspoon of guilt? Yeah, she looks a little like, oh, what did I do? What did I do? I picked those 3 cups of this shit. And now look what's happened. Oh, fuck it. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that. I just acted it out for you. Academy Award winning. Right? Just acted it out for you there. What's fueling this Chariot? I have to know. I haven't looked. Yeah, it's 2 swords. Again, it's that 2 swords go to 1 here, I'm sure. But at the end of the day, it's saying the same thing that the overall energy of the reading said. Right? There's two things, and one of these swords, the thing about the witches is one of these swords is shinier and better than the other. So definitely, this with the full moon energy in particular, removing any apprehension, I think we might see some fast action here. Five of Cups is one of the cards that ends the separation phase of the soulmate cycle. Three of Swords is the other one. I got both crossed by a Chariot in the base energy. Now, these are read center, left, right. Base energy. Okay, yeah, I get it. Three Swords. What's read with Three Swords? Somebody shows up. Six of Cups. Somebody from the past returning because of everything I've said. I mean, I don't want to cry on camera. I don't. But this girl, she's crying outside. I mean, what have I done? Look around. Look, what has she done? All right, she went down South Carolina, got herself some fireworks like we used to do when I was a kid. They got big fireworks grocery stores, or at least they used to. Anyway, I don't know if they still do. I haven't lived over there in a while. But we used to go down to South Carolina. We'd load up on M80s. They'd have them in a bin the way you have broccoli at your grocery store in a bin, the produce section. But except it's M80s, M60s, M100s, rockets, right? You go, you fill your cart, and you check out, and then of course we'd sneak them back to our state. But at the end of the day here, this is what she did. That's the story around this, except she went crazy and somehow the match fell in the whole bag. It blew the whole thing up. There used to be houses back here and stuff, burned the whole thing down. Somebody here really messed up. There's a feeling of that, and the energy lately has been showing them that. Okay? Showing them that big time. Six of Cups, somebody returning. It's minor arcana. The universe isn't fully convinced. But at the end of the day, that's the energy that's coming here. I got both cards that end the separation phase of the soulmate cycle here. And I got a Chariot crossing it, which had a teaspoon of guilt in it. Yeah, I'd feel bad too if I set off my bag of M80s and burned down all the houses by accident. Oh shit. That's an oh shit moment. You can't cover that up. You can't lie to mommy or daddy and say, well, it wasn't me. What do you mean it wasn't you? Right? I'd get that speech. I used to get that speech a lot as a kid. What do you mean it wasn't you? Yeah, that never works. Right? Why did I say that? I don't joke about anything that's not in the energy. I just read the energy the way I read it. It comes to be in crazy town. And well, I'm a little crazy town. Right? I'll stand there and try to read the energy of a person and say out loud, why are they like this? And they'll say, what? I say, I didn't say anything. It's fine. Right? Why did I say that? Why did I say it wasn't me, never works? As a kid, I made a joke. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. You know, you try that. Because this person has to, under this energy, they can't lie to themselves. They can't. I said about this Two of Swords. Two Swords goes to one. One Ace of Swords. They're not going to be able to deceive their way out of this. Fakey McFakerman their way out of it. You can't. Not with the surrounding energies that are around now, and especially with Venus moving into Cancer and your attraction energy going up like crazy. And I'll pull on Venus in Cancer. Well, probably on Sunday, you know, right around there. I want it to get in there. I want to be right there with it, right? Oh, it's going to be great. It goes in on the 7th. It goes in on Sunday, so I'll be pulling right on top of it. It's going to be hot. So that's your reading. Pretty much this backs up everything I said here, but it also emphasizes how powerful this Ten of Wands was. This was, pretty much everything was feedbacking off of this. I mean, it really, and I pointed it out a couple of times, but it's been the dominant energy. And even before I pulled Pisces, I said, you're tied to this, and you're always tied to the first position, but I feel this Ten of Wands, and what do I pull? Yeah, that person's under a lot of pressure right there. That's it. And it's all self-inflicted. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, I hope now you know where to go to get fireworks if they still have them grocery stores down there. But anyway, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right. Good luck.